One login. That's all it took. Not a virus. Not some genius code. One single login typed into the wrong place by the wrong person at the wrong time. And by the end of that week, 40 million people had no idea their information was floating around on the internet like confetti after a parade nobody wanted. This is that story. Meet Pulsebox, a scheduling app, the kind of boring, useful thing that quietly runs in the background of millions of lives. People use it to book appointments, manage teams, remind themselves to actually show up to things. Nobody thinks about Pulsebox. That's the whole point of a good SaaS product. It just works, quietly, until it doesn't. Working there is Maya, customer support, 23 years old, answers about 80 tickets a day, drinks more energy drinks than water, has a sticky note on her monitor that just says, breathe. Maya's job is simple. Users message in, Maya helps them, Maya moves on, reset a password, fix a glitch, deal with someone yelling in all caps because their calendar synced wrong. One Tuesday afternoon, a message comes in. Hi, this is David from Pulsebox IT. We're migrating servers tonight and need to verify admin access before the switch. Can you confirm your login so we don't lock you out? It sounds exactly like every other internal message Maya gets. Same tone, same slightly boring corporate phrasing. Nothing about it screams danger. Maya doesn't even think twice. She's helped 17 people today. This is ticket 18 in her brain, except this one isn't a customer. It's someone pretending to be her own company. She replies with her login. That's it. That's the entire hack. No dramatic keyboard typing. No shadowy figure cracking codes in a basement. Just a tired support agent trying to be quick and helpful, replying to a message that looked completely normal. David from IT was never from IT. David doesn't even exist. It's a hacker named Ronan, sitting in a completely different country, wearing sweatpants, drinking lukewarm coffee, mildly surprised it actually worked. Ronan didn't write malware. Ronan didn't spend months breaking encryption. Ronan just asked nicely, in the right tone, at the right time to the right tired person. Maya's login isn't just her login. It's an admin login, which means it opens doors way bigger than customer support tickets. It opens the entire user database. 40 million accounts, names, emails, phone numbers, saved payment methods, every appointment anyone had ever booked, which honestly reveals a lot more about people's lives than they'd like to admit. Ronan doesn't touch anything for 2 days, just looks around, like walking into a museum after hours and standing there in silence, slightly stunned by how quiet and open everything is. On day 3, Ronan starts quietly copying data. Slowly. Small chunks. Nothing dramatic enough to trigger alarms, because honestly, there aren't many alarms to trigger. Pulsebox never expected this. Why would they? It's a scheduling app, not a bank. Meanwhile, life at Pulsebox continues completely normal. Someone is arguing in a meeting about whether the new app icon should be blue or teal. Someone else is microwaving fish in the break room, which everyone silently hates them for. Nobody knows that 40 million people's information is currently being copied out the back door. On day 5, Ronan gets bored of being quiet and posts a small sample on a forum. Just enough to prove it's real. Just enough to get attention. A cybersecurity blogger named Theo sees it while scrolling at 1 a.m., the way most terrifying discoveries happen, which is always at some ungodly hour when nobody at the actual company is awake to respond. Theo posts about it publicly before even reaching Pulsebox directly, because that's what happens now. News moves faster than emails. By morning, Pulsebox's support inbox, the same inbox Maya works in every day, is flooded. Not questions about appointment syncing anymore. Questions like, is my data safe? And why is my info on a forum? And should I be worried? Maya reads these messages with a growing horror, slowly putting together that the IT migration message from a few days ago might not have been what she thought it was. She walks over to her manager's desk, face pale, and says the 7 words nobody in tech ever wants to say. I think I gave someone my login. The office doesn't explode into chaos immediately. It's worse than that. It's silence first. The kind of silence where everyone's brain is doing math at the same time. Then it explodes. Slack messages fire off in every direction. The security team gets pulled from lunch. Someone is on the phone with a lawyer within 11 minutes, which for a company meeting to happen is basically the speed of light. The CEO finds out while literally boarding a flight. He has to turn his phone back on the second he lands to 63 unread messages, and 1 voicemail that just says, call me now, in a tone that makes it very clear this is not a drill. Maya isn't fired. Not immediately. Not at all, actually. Because the second the investigation happens, it becomes painfully clear that Maya didn't do anything unusual. She did exactly what she was trained to do. Respond quickly. Be helpful. Trust internal messages. The problem wasn't Maya. The problem was that David from IT was never verified as an actual real person in the first place. There was no system checking if internal requests were even legitimate. Just a tired employee and a message that looked plausible enough. Pulsebox sends the email every user dreads. Important security update regarding your account. 40 million people open that email with the same sinking feeling, like getting called into the principal's office for something they didn't even do. People start changing passwords everywhere, panicking about which other accounts share the same login, realizing in horror that their Pulsebox password is the exact same one they use for their email, their bank, and embarrassingly, their food delivery app. The news picks it up. Headlines with words like breach and exposed, and millions affected, which sound way more dramatic than the actual cause, which was one message, one reply, and one very normal human moment of trying to be efficient at your job. Ronan, the hacker, never even really profits from it in some big dramatic way. Sells a bit of the data, moves on to the next target eventually. To Ronan, this wasn't some legendary heist, it was just another Tuesday that happened to work. Pulsebox spends the next several months rebuilding trust. New verification systems, mandatory two-factor authentication for internal requests, a security training video that every employee has to sit through, half paying attention, the same way everyone watches those videos. Maya stays at the company. She actually becomes one of the people helping design the new verification process because she understands better than almost anyone how easy it is to trust the wrong message when you're just trying to do your job well. And that's genuinely the whole story behind one login, 40 million users exposed. It wasn't some Hollywood hacking scene. It wasn't genius-level code. It was one tired person, one convincing message, and one login that opened way more doors than anyone realized. The scariest hacks in the world usually don't look like hacks at all. They look like a normal Tuesday. If stories like this genuinely mess with your head a little, hit subscribe, because there's a whole lot more of these, and every single one is somehow weirder than the last.